Hello everyone, today we're going to be looking at the top 5 worst US presidents in history. At number 5 we have James Buchanan. He served from 1857 to 1861. He thought that residents of each US territory should decide whether or not to allow slavery instead of the federal government. The Supreme Court ruled over the Dred Scott decision that decided whether or not African Americans could be allowed U.S. citizens, and it is believed that Buchanan influenced the end result. This divided the nation even greater, and the issue of slavery was at its peak. At number 4, we have Woodrow Wilson. He served from 1913 to 1921. He led the country into the Great War without any true justification, though he was re-elected on the basis of him saying he got the country out of the war. Wilson also had the federal workforce segregated by race, which increased the income gap between black and white Americans. His racism was so bad that Princeton actually removed his name from their school. At number 3, we have Warren G. Harding. He served from 1921 until his death in 1923. This will seem like an obvious choice after I read you this quote. "I am not fit for this office and should never have been here." When he was elected in 1921, he decided to spend his time playing poker and hanging out with his mistress instead of doing his job. That alone gives him a place on this list, but his presidency was filled with scandals, such as the Teapot Dome scandal. Comment if I should do a full video on that topic because it's very dense. At number 2, we have Donald J. Trump, who served from 2017 to 2021. For those who know me, you know how much I dislike Trump, so it should be no surprise that he is on this list. Though he, just like the other presidents on this list, had a lot of accomplishments, so you've got to give him some credit for that. But he is number 2 on this list, and here's why. Trump was the only president to be impeached twice, and both times for good reason. By the way, did another video on that topic, link in description. He insulted Navy officer John McCain, saying he's a war hero because he was captured. I like the people that weren't captured. He made it an okay thing to be extremely hateful to one another, even though we are all Americans at the end of the day. And we're as divided as this country has ever been since the Civil War. And I think you really need to blame Trump for a lot of that division, though you also have to blame the other side as well. And at number 1, we have Herbert Hoover, who was president from 1929 until 1933. He was elected in 1928, less than a year prior to the Great Depression. Under his presidency, 1/3 of the workforce was unemployed, which is obviously a lot, and the country had more and more people going homeless. Obviously, no one was too happy with this situation, so people started blaming the president. So in 1932, the country elected Franklin D. Roosevelt, the governor of New York, in a landslide. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Please consider subscribing.